Berg is the channel. Some of you know me from Twitter at JAYBNY. And my claim to fame is that the first tweet to ever mention the Bitcoin ticker symbol, $BTC was done by JAYBNY, August 2012. Let's talk about Ripple. What is going on with Ripple? Some of you may have seen Ripple is the #1 cryptocurrency in the world. I tweeted that by market cap. Brave New Coin had it at 265 billion and Bitcoin was at 229 billion. What the hell is going on here? First of all, let's talk about the price. Some of you think the price of Ripple is at all-time highs. I'm here to tell you no. The price is not at all-time highs. If you look at the price of Ripple, when it's priced in Bitcoin, it is not at all-time highs. So, knowing that Ripple is not at all-time highs, there should be nothing shocking about what's going on because the price of Ripple was at this point in May. It's been here before. You don't have to ask yourself, major macro questions about fundamental values unless we're at new highs. So we've been here before. Nothing spectacular is going on. And that's that. Now, the second thing, market cap. So, when you look at the market cap of Ripple, the total coins that will ever be mined, which was already mined, is about 100 billion. Now, when you look at Bitcoin, we're only looking at 16 million. But we know there's going to be 21 million Bitcoin. So let's try to make things a little fair. We should at least put all 21 million for Bitcoin. And if we do that, we get 21 times 13. Just do it all the way. 21 times 12,000. 252. That still does not do it. But what about if I told you that 60 billion ripples, or maybe 55 billion ripples, are locked in escrow that could only be used by the company Ripple about 1 billion a year only on certain conditions. So really, if you think of it, there is a schedule as to when all these coins will be out. So let's just say from 100 minus 55 is 45. So there's about 45 billion Ripple. Times price, let's just say $2. That's 90 billion. So right then and there, we come back to something that makes more sense to most people, that Ripple is not #1. And this really shows the problem with websites like CoinMarketCap or Brave New Coin. They're doing things wrong. So as you look at CoinMarketCap, you see Ripple is not at the high, but even worse than that, the price. We're looking at 231, and we shouldn't be doing that. We should be looking at 0.0016, which is the price of Ripple in Bitcoin. Now, why am I saying this? So, Bitcoin is the reserve currency of the altcoins. Now, what's important, although Ripple is maybe the only one that's breaking out of this mold, that it's not enough to have volume in dollars for it to be priced in dollars. You need to have money flows from fiat into crypto. Right now, almost all money flows from fiat into crypto is coming from Bitcoin. So when you're pricing Ethereum, you're pricing Bitcoin Cash, when you're pricing anything, you really should be pricing it in Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin's the most liquid to fiat. Now, having said all that, what does this mean? There are some people, some Bitcoin maximalists, that are saying Ripple's worthless. It's a bubble. This is the biggest sham, the biggest scam. Now, are investors dumb? Are markets inefficient? We have to ask ourselves, if that's true, which I'm not saying it is true, but if that's true, then the market should be telling us what that means. So read the markets. And for those of you that are saying Ripple's worthless, you know what that means? That means, well, Ripple's obviously not worthless. It's worth, billions and billions of dollars. But relative to Bitcoin, it should be worthless, which means Bitcoin should be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So looking back, if you are a Bitcoin maximalist saying Ripple is way overvalued, if looking back, Bitcoin's at $1 million and Ripple's still at $2, that would make more sense to you. So instead of saying that the market's wrong, saying that read the market, the market's right. Ripple is displaying what it's displaying, and extrapolate your views from there. Now, my view, explicitly, what is Ripple and how is this possible? I mean, it's not decentralized. It's a coin. So the way I look at it is, look at all these ERC20 ICOs, centralized ICOs with utility coin, with no real decentralization or inherent value of a real decentralized coin. So Ripple is the ultimate utility, centralized utility ERC20 token, but it's not an ERC20 token. It was written from scratch and has a team of marketers. And it just happens to be, and now here's the tricky part, is that the utility of Ripple is a currency-like store of temporary value for banks. So let's go a step back. If a bank wants to wire money to another bank and it doesn't have a relationship with, what it could do is it could ask for Ripple, and that's what they're doing. They're going to hold Ripple until the money clears, and then that will speed up the whole process. So Ripple is a utility for big institutions. It's a utility token to help big institutions manage risk. And so what are these users? So the banks are the users of the app, of the token, and they are actually purchasing Ripple in dollars. So they're actually purchasing Ripple in dollars or in fiat from Ripple itself. Now what you're seeing here is the secondary market for Ripple, which these people that are buying Ripple in Poloniex will never ever use Ripple. There is no use for Ripple for them. And the people that are using Ripple in day-to-day are not buying it with Bitcoin on Poloniex. So remember I said before, all fiat comes to Bitcoin first? Well, all fiat meant for speculation in fiat, in crypto, goes through Bitcoin, because that's the cheapest way in to crypto, is through Bitcoin. Now, in Ripple's case, the actual utility itself is purchasing Ripple with fiat, and I'm extrapolating from all this information. So what does all this mean? I believe that the price being paid for ripples by the banks is much